Tonight's daily deal is something really special we picked up at a recent coin show. We're always on the hunt for vintage and silver deals, and tonight we are proud to bring out the Standing Liberty Quarter. You're talking about quarters made almost anywhere between 93 and 100 years ago. The best deal about tonight is we can offer a selection of up to 8 different. We're going to go through all the details about this program, but at $12.95 each, we can offer up to 8 different because we have such a mix of dates and mint marks within this deal that we picked up at this show. It is incredible.
Yes, the Standing Liberty Quarter Bonanza is item number 905-9637. It's 905-9637. And Allison just said we're just $12.95 per quarter. And each of these quarters are going to be in collector's quality circulated condition. And what that means is they were hand selected by one of us to meet our strict eye appeal standards. Because there's nothing worse than finding a coin as old as these 93 at least year old Standing Liberty quarters and then not being able to make out that incredible design. You can see the Lady Liberty figure here and then the iconic eagle on the back. That eagle would of course eventually turn into the famous Washington eagle reverse that we would know and love. And at $12.95 per coin, we are at least $19 less than our competitors' heavily circulated, almost coal-like coins.
90% silver. This series started in actually 1916 and it ran until 1930. Now it replaced the Barber series. That was the last year that all denomination had the same design, the Barbers. The Barber dime matched the Barber quarter, matched the Barber half. They all had the same design. 1916, they brought out, we call it the coin, Teddy Roosevelt's coin renaissance. So they brought all these beautiful designs. This year, 1916, they brought out the Mercury dime, the Standing Liberty quarter, this one here, and also the Walking Liberty half dollar. We call it the trio, and it was celebrated again in 2016 on gold pieces. This is that quarter denomination. Again, 90% silver. Now, real quick, while we're on this obverse shot, the mint mark is right above the date up to the left, kind of tucked into that building corner. That's the Denver mint mark there. There's the S for San Francisco. Nothing there, that just comes down as a solid brick, I guess, is the Philadelphia mint, because they don't bear a mint mark. We have a variety of dates and mints to offer. You'll get a selection of up to 8 different coins, mint marks included.
You can call in at 1-866-518-5933, or you can head over to our website, abccoins.com. Head up to the search bar on the right-hand side of the page and put in 905-9637. It's 905-9637 to get a living, breathing piece of not only United States mint history, but American history as well. Now, you heard us point out where the exact mint marks are. Here's the P-Mint one that you can see right there where the stars just go all the way to the bottom. You'll also see a small, what looks like a gouge in the coin off on the right-hand side. That's actually an initial M because the coin was designed by Herman A. McNeil. And another reason why this quarter is so popular is because it's a coin that almost didn't happen. Now, you heard Allison reference the Teddy Roosevelt coin renaissance. Well, the story of that is back in 1904, Roosevelt wrote a letter to the U.S. the Secretary of the Treasury, stating that, in no uncertain terms, the state of our coinage is artistically of atrocious hideousness, which is an old sentence if I've ever heard one. And then he followed up with, would it be possible, without asking the permission of Congress, who Roosevelt did not like at the time, to employ a man like his friend Augustus St. Gaudens to give us coinage which would have some beauty to them? Now, then, he would ask Augustus St. Gaudens, one of his close personal friends, to design several different coin designs. However, unfortunately, Augustus St. Gaudens would pass away in 1907 after designing his famous gold coin. He was going to be the man tasked with redesigning the Lincoln cent, the Buffalo nickel, the Mercury dime, the Walking Liberty half dollar, and of course the Standing Liberty quarter. Those coins were the 3 Mercury dime, Liberty quarter, and half dollar were released in 1916. However, they did have different designs and designers because several years earlier, the original designer was not able to present his designs to the mint. This means that they are unique pieces of United States minting history because they're the quarter that almost wasn't. and we're more than $19 less than our nearest competition for significantly better, higher eye appeal coins.
Right, because they're anywhere between $32 and $45 at least per coin. We're at $12.95 each, and we're guaranteeing up to 8 different. So give us a call, 866-518-5933, or visit us online via the web. That's avccoins.com. Just enter 905-9637 into the search bar. And if you want to get that quantity of 8 different, choose the quantity of 8 in your checkout, process it, and move along. You're welcome to buy more than 8. One of the questions that popped through on the monitors was, is it a limit of 8 per customer? Absolutely not. We're just letting you know that with this deal we purchased and brought in, really, really excited to announce that we have that many different of this particular design when you compare the dates and the mint marks within.
And another thing that makes this quarter very popular among collectors is the fact that, like many of the most famous coins in U.S. mint history, its first year of issue was not without controversy. Much like the 1909 VDB cent when it came out, there was a small part of the design that the U.S. Mint just overlooked, thinking it wasn't going to be a problem, that had America in an uproar. And in 1916, when this first came out, the right breast of Lady Liberty was completely bare. And go figure, in 1916, that was a step too far for a great many Americans. So 1 year later, in 1917, they would create the Type 2 design, which was the corrected design, which is going to be the design that you get tonight in this hoard. But due to its status as a first-year blunder, it makes these coins unique collector's pieces, because we all know that the U.S. Mint doesn't like to admit when it's made a mistake. And when you can have coins that acknowledge their own mistake, they become unique pieces of minting history that are perfect additions to any collection.
Right, you like that 1909 VDB you just mentioned, when the first year Lincoln Cent had the designer's initials on it, and that created an uproar. Even modern day, the 2007 godless dollar, where they forgot to put "In God We Trust" on the outside edge of the presidential dollar, George Washington. It just falls into one of those unique history stories of where they made a mistake, or they just something slipped by without noticing.
You can call in at 1-866-518-5933. However, the phone lines are getting a little bit backed up, which makes sense. Getting a Standing Liberty quarter that looks this good for less than $13 is one of the best values you are going to see tonight. If you don't want to wait on the phone, you can head over to the website, avccoins.com. Go to the search bar on the page and put 905-9637. It's 905-9637. And while this hoard lasts, we are just $12.95 per coin. And if you buy at least 8, we will guarantee you up to 8 different coins, with the dates and mint marks being our choice.
Saving at least $19 per coin off our competition. Again, they're anywhere from $32 to $45, and they are not as nice. Each one of these are in that beautiful hand-selected, circulated quality condition, individually encapsulated, just like you see on your screen. You'll get them in a pouch as well. We do have to put a 30-second clock up at this point, folks. Phones are very, very busy. Anytime we bring out these vintage, I'm talking almost at least 93 years old, because the last coin was in this series was minted in 1930. So think about that. At least 93 years old, and still we could hold this piece of history in our hand. I love this series. It is a gorgeous, and the value is tremendous.
And let's talk about value one last time before our time is up. If you get all 8 different coins with us tonight by buying 8 of these Standing Liberty quarters, you're also going to save over $150 versus our nearest competition. But with the phone lines backed up, it looks like it's time for us to get moving on. Let's see what comes up next.